All right. Well, I guess I pretty much I gotta announce stuff and stuff, but hmm. So just updating dead cells. Let's tone this down and get that under. Okay. I gotta change tiles. Make sure everything's working. The YouTube interface is very annoying. Let's do this. Gotta get all the copies, and then the links and the stuffs and the dudes. I always do that. Okay, that should be good enough. All right. Oh. I have sunflower seeds today. They give me power. So, I did so much messing with this, I don't really know what state it's in. I still need to do the nucleus system, which will help optimize that, but unfortunately there does have to be a game part of the game. So I am going to implement ants, and that's my plan for today. As much as I like Zelda, this music's not doing it for me. Let's do this. Okay. Ants need to be a type of thing. Type cell. I haven't really thought about how I'm going to do this, so we're just going to see what happens. First thing, let's turn this down to 0. We're ignoring the growth stuff. I might need to make a different type of cell for each type of ant. Maybe. So first, let's think about what type of ants we need. First, we're gonna need the queen. They spawn things, and maybe move via player input. We will have a So we're gonna have an ant that basically can create paths. So path finds to location gives other ants paths. That's how you spell paths. Before that, that's kind of a complicated one, so we'll do just a pusher. Pushes things in front of it. A rotator rotates all things that are adjacent. All ants, I should say. I mean, you could do maybe slash organism. But we're not going to deal with that right now. Pusher, rotator. Grabber. We'll say mover. Grabs in front. If holding nothing. Places in front. If holding something. And colliding. And reverses direction when grabbing. Eater, maybe? Eats organic material. Drops off. Drops off. Energy, that's what I'm looking for. At the queen. So let's take inspiration here. Cellua. A cell machine that has a ton of different things in it. Just kind of what I'm basing off of for the ants. Trash cell, 1, 2, 3-dimensional, 180 rotator. Might be better to have a puller. Pulls things in front of it. Any forces that come into the sides, they're going to get rotated 90 degrees. The redirector cell is good. We'll have that be like a leader ant. Sets direction of nearby ants to its own. I kind of want something that can take off of the rotator, so like if there was an ant and there was something coming in and it was like that, it would rotate, it would go down here. And then I kind of want an ant that will sit here and like pull it off. Maybe like I am seeing a problem with this though. Not everything works at the same time. I can change that though. No, I can't. My premise might be flawed. This repulse cell is a good idea. Pushes all things away from it. Ayo, that's some epic font. It just comes with the application. I guess I gave it the red color, so I'll take credit. I am making a game for a game jam. I did it the unrecommended way, which is just dive in and see what happens, and now I'm paying the price. Because I don't know how to make this into a game. I have a half-working genetic algorithm that goes around some of this stuff, this generated caves, but it's not where I want it, and the other half of it, which is supposed to be ants, I don't know if it'll work. So I'm planning out and seeing what'll happen. You ever just rethink your life in the middle of it? Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, so the inspiration behind this was, let me see if I can pull it up. I think I got rid of it. Hold on, let me pull up the video. There's this very specific thing I'm pulling from because I like these sorts of algorithms and wanted to try playing around with it, which evidently was a mistake. Alright, so this is the thing I'm basing it off of. This is a cool video about somebody who made an artificial life algorithm, and it has this really cool, like, naturally growing behavior, which fits very well with the theme of the jam, which is it's spreading. So I was kind of trying to make a, like, ant farm thing, where you have the red stuff is, like, terrain, and then this is sort of the plant matter, and then you could have like the ants go and collect it and then grow and blah blah blah. But this is a really cool video to watch. So this is kind of the basis of what I was working with. Yeah, I always like seeing the like top-down view of everything growing. Like seeing all that stuff, which is really cool. Maybe a bit ambitious for 2 weeks, eh? Nah, you got this. Thanks. Appreciate the vote of confidence. I think I did pretty good for the time I had. I've made a lot of changes and additions to this stuff, but I'm just like, the problem is I started from the basically background, the terrain, the generative little algorithm here that makes artificial life, and I'm not really sold on the idea of like how to make it a good game, right? I can have ants running around trying to collect things, but yeah. So I'm just gonna start building and see what happens. So my idea for the ants was to make them, whereas this is like an artificial life simulation, so it's just going to try to grow as much as it can. I wanted the ants to be like something that the player could put down and they would have logic to them. And one of the things that I've seen do that pretty well is this cell engine. So I'm pulling ideas from that. Yeah, you can see they just place things down and the things move between them, so. One thing with this game that I wanted to kind of stay away from is they have a lot of infinite loop things, and I kind of wanted to keep this as just like closed ecosystem. I don't want anything just to immediately expand and, you know, make it so you can't move. So let's see. Honestly, I may just start with these. So right now I have the queen, which is going to be where everything spawns from. A pusher that just kind of knocks everything away from it. Puller, which is where you can like grab things and move them with you. Rotating. I don't know about mover. The idea would be that they can pick one thing up at a time and take it back, but I don't know about that. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so if I want to make an ant and have it follow its own rules, these all might need to be their own cell entries. So for now, let's just try to do a queen, and we'll just try to do the top three. Where is it? Cell types. Ant, pusher, ant rotator, or ant puller. One big array. It's literally not important. It's just flat data. It's randomizing down here. One of the whole conceits behind this thing is that it actually simulates the artificial life having its own genetic data. So what it does is based off of the data in this array. Let me see. Let me pull open a good explanation for it. But yeah, so it'll look up the information in that array to tell it how to grow. And the idea being that some of the times it's going to be real dumb and it's not going to grow properly. It's not going to know what to do, but then it leaves seeds that have a slight mutation of the genome. So you can, over time, get things that actually work just via trial and error. You know, if something lasts longer, it's going to drop more seeds, etc., etc. So this is another one of these generative videos, the generative life videos. And you can see this is kind of how the genome works. So it will point to each of these things, which have different numbers, and then based on what those numbers are, so like this is 11, it'll go to 11, and then it will put things out on the side that correspond to those things. This works a little bit different. It's not quite the same, because this one is taking instructions, and this is like a much more simple tree, so it just needs to know what blocks to fill out rather than actually like going through the multitude of cells. But this is kind of the basic idea. And I just have to set it statically, because otherwise every single cell I make will have to generate its own array. And I could just Control-C, Control-V 20 times to fix that. Okay, so we have cell type seed, cell type growth node. Oh. It's one thing I don't like about the code folding, is it breaks as soon as you try to backspace. Wood leaf dead seed. I do want to add one for nucleus, which I haven't added yet. Go up here. No, it's still there. Cool. I should also probably spell it right. Then we will go down here to ants. Well, sure. One of the slightly annoying things about how I'm doing this, it's because the genome fills with random things, I kind of need to tell it what random things to pull from. I don't want any of the like plants growing ants or walls or dead. So I have to keep updating where the stuff it should pull from is. So 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should be a minimum of, what's that? So 6, 7, 8. I think 8 is proper. And then I gotta go update tile set, so there's tiles that correspond to those. So the first 3 are safe, and then 3 or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the seed's got to go up to 5. Am I counting this wrong? It should be +3, right? We'll find out. So what was Big Boy Games official doing? I didn't see that he rated, but thanks for that. I'm not at all familiar with streaming. I'm literally just doing it because I was already going to be working on this, and might as well. So we're going to go to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should work. And I gotta do this really janky thing because I am too lazy to get actual sprites. At least until it's working. I messed it up. I do that every time. So no. And then we're going to change the size of this down to the tile size. We're going to change this to constant. Change this to invisible. Change this to radio. No, not this. There it is, radial. Well, they are working on a game called Starground. It's a mix of automation and dungeoning. It's going pretty good so far. One of the big boys. One of the big boys. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And they were working on some music, but eventually, usually someone called Chip streams the development. That's cool, so you got a decent team going on that at least. Mix of automation and dungeoning. So what, like an idle game? Sure, would be 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And no, not an old game, but it's kind of like Victoria and a roguelike. You should come start streaming them. I might. I've been seeing some pretty cool stuff that people have been working on for the game jam. So, do they stream at a specific time, or is it just like whenever? You know what? In fact, let's do this. Big Boy Games. They don't have any VODs? No, they do. Software Game Jam, but yeah, they have a pretty good schedule going on. They also have a YouTube channel. Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't heard about them. I'm doing a game jam, so I've been seeing other people working on that. We just gotta wait for Kia or whatever to let us watch. Subaru. Let's see if we can see some of it in action. I like that little to-do thing. I don't know how they did that. Looking at rocket ships for inspiration. Buildable. Ooh, what was that? Want to see the game? I've not messed with OBS at all. Okay. Oh, this is cool. It looks like a little 2D Astroneer. And you can see the Factorio conveyor belt things there. Oh, this is 14 days ago. I didn't even realize. Videos. 2 days ago. How about this one? So they've been working on this thing for a little bit. Hey, my stream, buddy. I get to talk. Okay, got a furnace. That works. They got pretty cool little pixel art. I think I don't know if I've seen anything like a asset pack like this before. It looks kind of like that one game. Oh, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called right now. But I like the art. Interesting. The bees are their own workers. Forger. Hey, yeah, you're right. There you go. You know what I was talking about. Yeah, this is cool. I'm interested to see the dungeoneering aspect of it. No, that's fine. I literally asked you about them. Like, I want to know. I don't think they sent a shill in. I don't think they're that big yet. Menu Monday. Yeah, and then here's the conveyor belt system. Yeah, I like seeing what people are working on. I like seeing where other people's heads are at, you know. Do you know these guys, or are you like just a fan of their work? Okay, well. Is there a reason you're not creating cell? Should at least draw it. Maybe it's not the right ID. 2 4 0 1 2 3 4. No, it should be. You've known Chip and Ace for around 3 years. That's cool. I am a hermit, so I don't know anyone. That's why I like seeing what people are doing. Okay. Here's the problem I'm running into. First of all, I need to change the color. No, I need to change the color back to white. So I have a decision to make here. Well, redesign the game is one, which is, you know, not the favorite. Implement ants, which comes with its own challenges. Or I don't actually know what the options are from that. So it's so this is going to be kind of complex. I need to separate my organism code from it, but it also has to run in the same simulation, or they can't really simulation. There we go. Or it can't really interact with each other without doing so. Well, let's see. Could I? I could make a separate simulation. If I make a separate simulation, then it would have to do cross checks to this one. So like an ant walks forward and it checks this one if there's a wall in front of it. Would that work? No. because the way that this works is I have to pass it the local neighborhood, and that's how it interacts with things around it, cellular automata. So it has to run the same simulation. But that means I'd have to basically split all of this code. Which isn't the worst organizationally, but it is bad time-wise. Now, redesign the game, like how, is the question. Do I, like, I could throw away the artificial life simulation. I could throw away the ants, but I need like a goal. I could technically redesign how the ants work. That's another option. Just in their current form, I don't think they would work properly, and I haven't thought about too heavily how they would work. I was mainly focused on the artificial life thing. So, okay. Right now I have ants as machines, basically. I could go with my original idea and make it more RTS-y. So basically your home base would be the queen ant. She would produce them and they would kind of run out and do whatever they need to. Actually, that way I could... They would be able to run in a separate simulation if the prompt isn't spreading. I probably would have done some basic plaguing type stuff, or perhaps do something more complex. Yeah, I'm not worried about the game jam. I've just wanted to play with this stuff. That's it, you know. I do obviously want to get something more appropriate. I just kind of want to limit the scope of this, because I'm really bad at that, in case you can't tell. So my idea was just play around with this, see what I can get done in 2 weeks. The jam is secondary, and the spreading thing worked, you know, really well with that artificial life simulation, and I like it. This is just me trying to like gamify this idea to make it somewhat packageable in the time limit. I still have like 5 days. I'm not crunching. But yeah, I wanted to play around with an interesting idea and see what can happen. Before I get too far down this path, though, I'm going to try to find the easiest path forward. I don't want this to like consume my life. I could definitely get a lot of this stuff done, but I've been limiting myself to like a couple hours each day. In my life, I try not to brute force things. So What else could I do with the ants? Or, yeah, sure, we'll stick with ants, whatever. So we have the ants as machines, RTS style. Is there any other types of games that this could fit into? I thought about changing it to a top-down thing. Be like sort of Lemmings-ish, if you've ever seen that game. I feel like that would be a bit complicated. I'd have to refactor a little bit of the artificial life stuff so that it grew vertically, but not that much, honestly. And then the idea would be, the goal of it would be to like get out of the ant farm. So if you're running along the bottom here, you could have to like build stairs. Alright, have fun. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate the support. So yeah, the idea for this would be the ants sort of exist at the bottom, and then you have to figure out some way to get up. Which I don't dislike. The biggest problem would be the artificial life stuff. I could actually kind of just leave it and say it's like in the air or whatever. Leave it as expanding on all directions. I definitely messed up the gene thing because it's not spawning anything anymore. Or no, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, they're just insta-dying. This is 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so the minimum should be 8, and then it would just go between 8 and 9. Question is, why are seeds not growing? The problem with me is I like debugging too much. Oh, probably because I did that. It's all spawning as ants. Ant pushers, or whatever. There we go. Now it's going crazy. So you know what I could do? I can change the roots so they gather energy for being along the wall. I can make it so that leaves gain energy as long as there's path to the sky. No, I couldn't do that. I could do the root thing, the leaf thing I couldn't. It can't view to the sky, it can only view in its local neighborhood. So I can make it so that the leaf gains energy based off of how much empty space is around it. Kind of like that. And then the root would be the opposite. Wood connecting each of them. I could make seeds fall downward, which would be kind of fun looking. And I can make them rain in from the top. And then I could make traps that eat the ants. Give them energy. Okay, I'm actually kind of liking this idea. Top down. That would simplify things because the ants would have to be, or the ants would be in their own simulation. They don't, well, I could have them check exactly the spot that they're at. So like, I could have the grabber, right? The mover, or whatever I called it. It would check exactly the spot it's at. Or the spot in front of it. Could yank that. Okay, let's do a quick test for this and see how well this would work. First, I need to reset this stuff. You're 421 now. The seed needs to go down 3. Or this is the only annoying part about the way I'm doing it, but I can't change it, basically. Oops. Should be 5. Let's make sure this still works. Oh, shut up. Oh, don't crash. You know, it's really funny to me. I've been... Ooh, hold on. Oh, yeah, because I need to reset the gene minimum. 5? No, it should be -4, so 4. Or -3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 4 would be both nodes. I don't know. Messed it up somewhere. Anyways, I think it's funny because I've been streaming on Twitch and YouTube, and it seems like YouTube is better for growth once you have like content to put out regularly. You know, kind of just it has that viral spark, whereas Twitch streaming, I've gotten a lot more random people showing up, but as far as I understand it, it's hard to keep that growth going. Yeah, so let's try to make some ants. Get rid of this. Maybe don't get rid of that, but we will for now. No 2D. That's the control node. How dare you? Okay, ants. We are going to do a character body. Collision shape. It's up here because I did this. New circle, and it's going to be 16 or 8 pixels in radius, 16 pixels in diameter. And I will make a polygon. I can't zoom in any more than that, apparently. Oh yeah, I can. I was just holding the wrong button. Okay. Add in a little lame script here. underscore process. So we're gonna do our gravity. 98. Yeah, I know it's not. How dare you yell at me? Our velocity. If you'll work with me. Oh, velocity already exists. Velocity dot y plus equals gravity. And I can go in the tile map. This is a good thing about using the tile map. Give me the walls. I always forget how to do this. Is it tile map? How do I give it collision? Thought it was in tile set. Ugh. Am I just missing because it's tiny? Pointy? Do I need like a physics layer? Collision visibility. There it is, physics layer. There we go. Okay. So now we do. Oh wait, move and slide just works on velocity. Okay. User input. You gotta do this every time. So we do input.getActionStrength. For this is left is minus, right is positive. Left, and then do the same thing with up and down. Up is positive. No, down is positive. No, wait, I'm confused. We'll figure out pretty quickly. Alright. Alright, we won't figure out pretty quickly because I didn't actually do anything with this. S equals get user input. Okay, it's got heavy friction, but you know, times like 10. Okay, well, we got something. So we'll do this. Dot x, and it will be like times 10. And then we'll do y, and we'll make it like times 100. Let me jump, god damn it. Okay. Wow, it really does not like... Well, probably because gravity is quite a bit stronger. Okay, I did swap... Oh! It's a funny jump. This is just kind of fun to bounce around like this. Okay. Okie dokie. So, first thing I need this ant to do, well, first thing I need to do is add collision to the outer edge, so that it doesn't just fall through. So let's go ahead, grab this. Gotta go down to, what is it? 43. Oops. Give me the straight line. So this should be untouched by the simulation. And it will act as the exterior walls. So that way I can't just like get out. I'll probably make them... Well, all I have to do is when the ants interact with the object is run a check to make sure that it's not... What's it called? Going out of bounds of the simulation. It should work. Also, I should swap this. Okay, that looked like it actually worked. Except for the bottom part. And I just happened to get one that was super enclosed, so... Let's go ahead and add another line down here. Double thick bottoms. Okay, it is still going out the bottom. Oh no, there, that works. Man, its friction is low. Velocity times equals 1.0 minus friction. Okay, friction's a little high. Try that. I don't know why it's like stuttering. I think it's probably just because the game is running a lot of stuff. The tile map, not that. Turn down this quite a bit. Do it to 100. Whatever, stuttering. It's a game design. It's intentional. I did it on purpose. That's right. Can I not fit under that? That's funny. Make it 7, I guess. Now I can. Okay. So we're gonna rethink like all of these. So let's zoom out. Gunk. You're going just somewhere I can't see you. Okay, new idea. Ants will operate as top-down RTS units with oh, let's just leave it at that. Units over here. So we definitely need the queen. We need flying would be fun. Let's try like sticky ants so they can like stick to the side of things. What else? I need some type of builder. put Scout as like a collector. What else? Flying, sticky, builder. We can have like launcher, ants. So sticky would probably be something like applied for an amount of time. Now, here's some design ideas. Should the ants die? They can die through combat, they could die through fall damage, they could die through lifespan, as well as what should be modifiable. So once again, we go to lifespan, attributes, flying, sticky, etc. Hey, how's the game jamming going? It's going all right. I'm redesigning everything in the middle of it, which is how you know it's a good project. Yeah, I have some stuff in the background you can see there. It's like a artificial life simulation, and I'm trying to put ants in it, and so I'm, you know, planning that out. Yeah, feel free to ask me any questions. I have some sort of echo? Hello? Show me what you got. Hey. I'm in the middle of a redesign, but you know, you can basically see what I got here. Here, let me show something that's a bit more interesting. So I am trying to make a ant farm game, basically, based off of an artificial life algorithm I saw that I thought was really cool and wanted to play with, you know, whether I could finish it or not. And now I'm implementing the ants part of that. So here is the algorithm that this is based off of. It is a little battle of clans thing. I thought it would work really well with the theme of it spreading. So this is just something that goes through and builds out based off of a genetic simulation. And I am basically putting that in a ant farm and having you try to escape before the entire thing is filled up with plants and you can't leave anymore. And right now I'm in the middle of building ants, which for now is just this tiny little hopping rhombus. Looks cool in theory. But yeah, hopefully it'll get along. Where are you coming from? What did you do? Thank you for the raid, by the way. Yeah, I've been told that my voice is echoey. Let me try to fix it. It's true. No. Curses. How about now? Did that fix it? I've been streaming all this time and no one told me. I've been streaming like one day. Ah, well, that's sad. Okay. I'm glad that works a bit better, at least. You were working on the game jam as well? Nice. What's, how's your stuff coming along? What's your idea? Quick check. Did this bring the echo back? I want to make sure this is actually what was causing it. So, you know how with Vampire Survivors, you outright kill the enemies? Yeah. Now it's hard to hear? What? Okay, I put it back. I have no idea where that's coming from then. I thought, what if you mind control them instead? Okay, so you're sort of spreading your influence. That's cool. By shutting your mind, you become more powerful. That's interesting. So I guess then the powers in the Vampire Survivor analogy would be more like related to the amount of people that you have. Divided mind can also quickly become fragile. Yeah, that makes sense. I like the idea and the theming behind it. I'm interested to see how you implement that, right? I think it would be, there's a lot of space for design there of like, you could have powers based off of how many people are following you, etc., but handling that many entities is scary to do in a short amount of time. It reminds me of like zombie games where it's like when you become infected, then you switch sides, and then now you're on just like, you just have a massive horde of people coming after small amounts of people in the end game. But in the beginning, it's like you're just afraid of this one little dude. So I think what was causing the echo is I put on a thing to like monitor what sound I was putting out, just so I could hear and see what was weird. So now I'm just talking to myself, and that's weird. You got the core mind controlling part working pretty neat. Currently working on pathing and targeting stuff. That's cool. What engine are you working in? I work out of Godot mainly because I like free and open source stuff, and also it's the one I'm familiar with and really pick up all of them and try them out. So Game Maker's cool. I played around with Game Maker a very little bit before I moved on to Godot. Are you working with the team or are you working on your own? Game Maker is very quick to pick up. It's got a lot of stuff to put in. Oh, hey, you're back. More people are here, and I've redesigned things, and now we're talking about someone else's game. You're on your own? I'm also on my own. Yeah. Is there... Let me see if I could see, like, your VODs or anything. I want to see the game in action. Do you mean just hearing your own voice? Those simple Windows settings have changed. Let me see that. Yeah. I've been doing this for, like, a few days. I don't know anything about streaming, man. Mind Hoarder. Do you mind if I bring up your VOD on stream? I want to see your progress. Deremo. Oh man, now I have to start, like, actually specifying who I'm talking to. This is confusing. The last couple of 2 VODs are mostly breaking my head over an array. That's fine. That is part of the process. Cool. apparently it's pretty bad from what I've heard compared to other softwares. What's pretty bad? Game Maker? I haven't heard anything bad about Game Maker. I want to see some gameplay. More enemy types. How many enemy types do you got in this already? I'm surprised you're already adding on more. Oh, I like your little pause thing there. Oh, and then you played some Pal World, or that's what it's called, right? Pal World, yeah. I need to get that game. I'm waiting until after the jam. Alright, you're doing the art on your own as well. You disabled the enemies for ray testing. That makes sense. Oh, it seems like you've been doing stuff on here for a while. Or a little bit, at least. Yeah, if you can, send some gameplay, or like link it so I can look at it. You did, and then you stopped because of other time sakes. That's how it goes. Okay. Now I have to remember what I was doing. Okay, so let's try to just do a little lemming style, move back and forth until you hit something. No, I don't want to do that. Let's just do is moving right for now. Equals true. And I'm gonna get rid of that. If is moving true or moving right, then we do velocity dot x plus equals speed, and then otherwise we do minus. Very simple lemmings back and forth walk. And we'll give it like 10 speed or something. Okay. And then move and collide, I think, is the one that returns something. Yeah, move and collide. Velocity. If collision. You posted some on Twitter. The site formerly known as Twitter? Amazing. Send a link. Cool, cool. Ooh, nice brain in a jar. Enemy. Okay, interesting. So your... Oops, I gotta move this over so I can see this. I did change the beam projectile now, but the idea also comes over. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so it's like the people that you convert they attack on your behalf, and then you have to still do the converting bit. Interesting. I feel like that might get hard as you get more like attackers to like actually find enemies to convert. So at a certain point, it gets like a equilibrium. You can't kill people yourself because you're a brain in a jar. That makes sense. They don't have hands typically. There are some exceptions, but that's from what I've heard. I'm not trying to stereotype, but that's just what I've heard is generally true. Oh yeah, I guess collision would include left or up and down. How do I make sure you're only colliding left to right? Give me this. Get collider, get collider velocity, get position, colliding bodies, where is it? Position of collision, okay. At this point, they just kill on contact. If I get the array fully functional, we should be able to pick instances to target, then work on the actual combat. I think it's a very interesting idea. It's good to have those sorts of automatic fighting games, auto battling games, I guess, where the units don't perish on contact, actually get health pools. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if I would even do that for the game jam. Like, having death on contact is not the worst, but it'd be hard to implement different abilities from there, so I get it. Get normal would be good. Yeah, I think that's a very interesting idea. I can definitely see the satisfaction of, rather than like you just mowing down tons and tons of people, you can see like your horde building up. They already have a mind health bar you deplete to take over units. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So are you gonna have different types of enemy units that have like different stats and stuff, or is it just gonna be the same for all of them? The parents are fully set up for different kind of units. The parent objects are fully set up. Okay, yeah. So you do variety in there. That actually could add some interesting strategy that Vampire Survivor doesn't have, or at least I don't know. I've never played the game, but you can have it so that they are like, you need to acquire certain types of units so that they can fight others. You know, have like a little triangle thing going on, and then yeah, so it would be like you need to have a balanced army, otherwise something can come and like wipe you out. Interesting. There's some room for strategy. I might need to change this to a square collision box just to fix this stupid issue. Yeah. Let's try doing that real quick. We're going to turn this down to 15 and 15. That, and think of pickups, thinking of pickups which buff specific units, which is also the reason you spend so much time on that array. Pickups that buff type. Okay, I can see that. Oh man, you need to go to sleep. Almost 24 hours straight of working on arrays is not what I would call a fun Sunday. Yeah, get out of here. Go to sleep. Stop talking. Y up. Get normal. Let's see, so if it's hitting the bottom, the normal would be straight up, or any variation of up. Right? So I just need it to have a Y. That's less than 0? Or is -1 up? So it might need to be greater than 0. Let's just do equals 0 for now. I'm hoping that the square, the rectangle collider will make it so that it doesn't have partial angles. But it seems to just not be moving. Which is frustrating. Let's just try to force it free with user input. Is there anyone in the chat who's not dying of sleep deprivation? Oh, I really cannot move. Is there something wrong with move and collide? Can I just do like is colliding or something? Is on ceiling. Is on ceiling only. Oh hey. Let's do is on floor only. Also, fun side note, I would have a nickel for every time I raid some of this game. James was making a game about ants. I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's probably just, there's a lot of algorithms and stuff that have been figured out by studying ant behavior, which is always really fun. And also B, everyone who's doing the Pirate Software Jam probably has some amount of familiarity with Pirate Software Man himself, Mr. Pirate Software. And he... Oh, your power just went out? Oh, well, stay safe. Fine. Yeah, have fun. Head out. Thanks for stopping by again. Yeah, hopefully that's just, you know, the power company sucking, but stay safe. But yeah, Mr. Pirate Software, Mr. John Pirate Software, I believe is his full name. And he does a lot with ants, so easy to get influenced that way. I messed around with a lot of different algorithms that were like ant-based. Oh, I didn't realize how late it got. I gotta hop off soon. Let me do like 1 or 2 more things. Velocity. Right, yeah, so we are just going to move and slide. And then instead of doing this, we're gonna do if not is on floor only, then we'll switch it. That's an interesting fact to turn my power on too. Yeah, man, like I get the want to work on something super hard and just, you know, go 24 hours at it. However, I would advise you to remember that it is a myth that you have a second wind. That is just your brain losing track of how tired it is. So if you look at an actual graph of human performance, it doesn't go like doesn't go down and then up and then down. It just goes straight down, and then right here somewhere your brain loses track of how much it's tired, and then you go, wow, I feel great. because that part of the brain is shut off to save power. So just some knowledge for you. Look at him go. It is the child of legend. He danced very, very vigorously in the corner. You really glad you had an hour and a half nap? Yeah, you need a 15-hour nap, my guy. You know what? Here's your perfect chance for a nap, because I am going to take a break. There you go. This is a message just for you. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break for like 20 or 30 minutes, so feel free to hang out, feel free to not, but thanks all for being here. See you around. Thanks for stopping on by. Thanks for rating. Good luck. Get some sleep.
told you the harpoon gun would be useful.
All right. I decided I'm gonna end the stream here, so thanks for watching.